Hey BCOM, this is a quick video to talk about how to study for Test 1. So this is my fall courses, but this will look similar in whatever semester you're in. My recommendation is that what you can do is start in two ways. First thing I would do is go into eLearning and go to the Test 1 and 2 folder. Within that, you will see that there is a link that says Test Prep for Test 1. Now before you go into that, hit on this link right here, which is the study guide for Test 1 if you haven't done so already. This is the list of everything that is, I'll pull it over here, going to be on the test from each of the chapters that were in our Business Communication for Success book. So you'll see everything right there. What I would do is you've got that open, then go back to the Unit 1 folder, or it's Unit 1, the Test 1 and 2. Click on this link that says Test Prep for Test 1, and it will have instructions on what to do as you go through this. There is a handout on how to study, and then there is a review quiz right here. So my recommendation is that you probably would do Step 0 first, which is an individual Kahoot challenge. Go through that, see what you know and don't know. Anything that you really don't know, go back to your study guide and make sure that you're look it up in the book or the slides and put it on there. The next thing that you'll want to do is the review quiz. So that link right there will open the review quiz. You will have to enter this password that says test to begin it. And once you get into that, it will ask questions that are really similar to what's on the test. See if you can answer those. If you can't, go back to your study guide and make sure that you're including all of that information on that study guide. Lots more information there on how to develop growth mindset, how to study, how to get better. But usually people at this point are asking, what are the big tips to do well on this? Well, once you get into that review quiz, which I'm going to pause and open up, and I'm showing you the answer to the very first one right there, but you will see this isn't true, false, what's a residual, or like a residual message is blah, blah, blah. This is going to be application-based questions. So it's really important to get into the review quiz and make sure you know what the questions are going to look like. Then 2, I mentioned the study guide. For your BCOM test, you're allowed to bring in 1 page of notes or study guide, so 1 physical sheet of paper, typed, handwritten, whatever you want to do, both sides. So what a lot of people will do is go through, I'll show you an example here, your study guide right here, make this very, very small, we'll go way down to 8, and then start answering out or copying in the slides. Any of that would be appropriate for you to do here. You'll see though that that goes pretty short. So my recommendation is that if you know the general speech purposes, or if when I showed you the residual, the self-concept, or the looking glass self, you're like, oh, I remember that from class. Don't put it on here. Only put onto your study guide things that you are pretty sure you do not remember, will not remember. Some of this, like chapters 1, 2, 3, those were way back, in August. So I understand that might get a little fuzzy. So really think about, what do you need? What do you not need? The other thing to know is, how does this work? So you will go into the testing center, you'll sit you down at a computer, and then you will go to your course. So pretend you're in section 9, you'll open up your BCOM course, you'll go to the test folder, and then you'll scroll down and you will see that the fall 2022 test is right there, and you will click on it. Remember that this is going to give you slightly different test questions than some other students may get. It is all from this wider test bank. But no matter what, do not share answers or test results from this. Your grade will go into the grade center, so you'll be able to see a numeric score for it, but you will not be able to see the answers to individual test questions. That's because we have students who took it last week, this week, next week, across all the different classes. We do share one giant test bank, and it's going to vary where people are at. And I guess my final point of advice, and I will wrap up this video, is to really think about examples and things that will help you retain the information. Go back into our textbook. So over on the menu here, you'll see there's a link to the book. There's also a link to all of my lecture videos for each chapter. What I know some students do is they go back. Chapter 1, like I said, was in August, and here it is scripted out. You are more than welcome to rewatch that on like 2x, whatever speed you want to put it at, and look for all of the answers and all of the information again. Good luck.